Hi guys. I if you are not a Christian, then I would skip this video because it's gonna be more of a faith-based video this time. But tonight I was at home group and we were reading through far out. I remember Romans 9. I think it's Romans 9, like 38 to 10 something. And we talked about a lot of things. We talked about, like, one of the things that was brought up was a question that was asked, because our pastor sends us questions to work through during home group, which is like a Bible study. And it was on fair. Do we think it was fair that there's two types of people? There's the Pharisees and the Sadducees, or the Jewish people and somebody else, the Gentiles maybe. I don't know. Okay, don't even quote me on that, please. But so put it this way: there's the people that did the law, did not steal, did not murder, did not, like, all of the Old Testament law, like to a T. Like, these are the steps that they need to do, tick the boxes. And then there's the people that eventually, like, had a relationship with Jesus, and it was like those people who kind of ticked the boxes, but like lived their normal days but ticked the boxes, and didn't have that relationship, weren't going to go to heaven. But the people who just spoke with their words that they believe Jesus is who he says he is, were going to heaven. And whether or not that was fair, and there was another word that was said, but I can't think of it right now, but like whether that was fair. And I kind of stopped the group and kind of said, well, was it fair that Jesus had to die on a cross for us? Was it fair that God sent his only son to die for us? That wasn't necessarily fair. And in the word from the very beginning, it did point to Jesus, and it did say, like, you have to do these things now, but there's a time when you're not going to have to do these things, because somebody will come that will cover all these transgressions. And I guess I love that I have that knowledge, and I love that I've personally, this faith has become me, and I'm not perfect by any sort of means, but like that I can understand this and this stuff. I don't grapple with this kind of stuff. But it does make me think, because sometimes I'm like, ugh, I feel like life's not fair, and I'm getting all the, like, I get the short end of the stick all the time, and I just roll with all the punches and that kind of stuff. But, like, I have to remind myself that Jesus had it worse, obviously. And he had to die for so many things that he believed in. And faith to me is not, I don't go to church. I sit and watch church service, sometimes on Sundays, sometimes on my day off. And I struggle with church. I struggle to go to church. I really enjoy home groups because it's a smaller group of people, and you get to, like, personalize with them, kind of deal. But, like, for me, faith is a relationship. I'm trying really hard to do devotions. I had it up to like day 30 something, and of reading, I'm trying to read, so I think I would be up to day 52 or something now. I'm reading through the Gospels, and I'm really trying to do that in a plan, in a Bible app. And I'm trying to consciously spend more time with God in worship and in the Bible. And some of the times the passages just go through my head and stuff, but certain things stick with me. Yeah, so it was just interesting tonight when we were having the home group and we were talking about these types of things and how, like, yeah, things are just so different. Like we would struggle to grasp if we lived in the olden days when it was based on the law and making sure that you tick the boxes of doing this, that, and the other. And now, like, we don't have to live like that anymore because it's all based on a relationship. Yet it was always based on the relationship, but you had to do certain things like kill a sheep or whatever. And, like, you know how valuable we are to God. Like, he tells us how valuable we are, how worthy we are, how we are enough. That, you know, like the parable of the lost son, who has all this wealth and he goes and he squanders it all away, and there's one son that stays and sits and takes care of the dad and the farm and everything like that, and he basically gets no, like, kind of acknowledgement or like good job son or anything like that. And then the son who's gone off and squandered and kind of left his family and comes back with his essentially tail between his legs and apologizes and, like, says he was wrong and stuff. Like, the dad goes and throws this whole party, and then the other son is like, oh, but that's not fair because I was here the whole time, blah, 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 blah. You know, or the parable of the lost sheep, where the farmer goes and leaves his 99 sheep to go after the one sheep that's, you know, about to jump off the hill or whatever it is. You know, to God, we are that one sheep. We are that son who's just come home after years of being in exile, or like not talking to them or whatever. And how much love and grace he has on us, and how accepting he is and loving he is of us. Yeah, it's just powerful things to think about, like concepts to think about. And, like, I wish that I could remember these things in these moments of, like, I don't know, the moments where you just don't think you're enough and you don't think you're worthy and you're like, am I lovable? And I'm telling you, those things come up for me all the time. Especially because I see God as a guy. And guys have not been my friend. So it's hard for me, and I'm trying my hardest to kind of, like, put this in perspective and to remember this, like, to remember all these things that I can say quite easily to you or to other people, and I forget not to speak the truth into my mind, into myself, because I can speak the truth, but to believe, like, I want to believe it with every fiber of my being. Like, I know it's important to believe this because it's the truth. Yeah. So, food for thought. I just wanted to leave that for you. Yeah. And hopefully you enjoyed it. Tomorrow is Diwali Day, and I'm wearing a yellow dress with butterflies. Got it all set out there. All set out. I've got pants hiding it because it's going to be cold in the morning when I walk. But it is the Festival of Lights. It's a Indian, Hindu, something or other. Sorry, I can't really say it. And I got henna, or like temporary henna, on my arm. To go with it as well. And we've been making diyas, and we've been making lanterns, and one of our moms, I'm not sure whether or not we have a child coming in to dance for all dance or not, but that's what's happening. So tomorrow should be a good day, and I'm working 7 till 3:30. I love walking out at 3:30. So, anyways, I just wanted to give you food for thought of what's going on. Yeah, no updates on my family member. But yeah, we're just hoping that the brain bleed stops. And that they can get out of hospital sometime soon. But yeah, it's still kind of unknown. This cute shirt. It's just still kind of unknown. So, anyways, I'm gonna write my journal and then I'm gonna go to bed because it is almost 10 o'clock and I have to get up at 6:15 to be out the door by 6:30, 6:40. I don't have anything to do other than quickly do my hair, get dressed, and brush my teeth because I've already made my breakfast, which is the rolled oats with cinnamon, honey, and berries. And I will take that to work with me and have it around 9 o'clock. Yeah, I'll probably have it around 9 o'clock. So I'll have that. Yeah, I'll try to hold out. I'll drink some green tea. I did not have a coffee today. I had green tea and I just had a camel at the thing. So I am feeling pretty good for not having any coffee, which is great. I did take a B vitamin, which helps as well earlier this morning. But yeah. I am not on a cleanse of coffee by any means, but I am trying to get my cholesterol level down, and I know coffee doesn't help, so. I did have a pop today, though, a Coke Zero, which is still caffeine, so. Whatever, anyways, have a good night, and hopefully you guys will have a great going into the next weekend. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to this weekend of doing nothing. See you later.